What's up everyone, Cheetah here, and today I'm bringing you an achievement / platinum trophy walkthrough for Sumatra, Fate of Yandi. This is another easy game published by Ratalaika Games, and it's developed by Cloak and Dagger Games, and you can pick it up on March 19th for a price of $6.99, and it'll probably be on sale for 20% off if you want to pre-order it. So this is a point and click puzzle adventure game, and to get all the achievements we're going to have to finish the entire game, which will take you around an hour and 15 minutes following along with this video. And before we get started, I'd appreciate it very much if you guys could subscribe if you haven't already, as I'm going to be bringing you more guides just like this. So starting off here, the game is going to ask you if you want to read a quick tutorial, and personally I would select yes and go ahead and read this text here, since it's going to teach you how to play the game. So go ahead and read this text here, and then when you're done you can select got it on the bottom right, and then from there we're going to put our little cursor on the door here, and we're going to press A to enter into this building here, and then from there you can skip through this text here, and if you want you can read it, but personally for the sake of the video I'm going to be skipping through all of the text. So spam A to skip through the text, and then you have to choose a dialogue option here on the bottom left, and it doesn't really matter which one you choose. So personally, I'm going to just be choosing the top option most of the time. So skip through the dialogue there, and then we need to talk to Bandan, the boss here on the desk. So talk to this guy here, and again, feel free to skip through the dialogue, and then just choose the top option. It doesn't really matter. So skip through that dialogue there, and then we're going to get teleported later in the jungle here, and basically there's going to be a short little cutscene. And then once we gain control of our character, go ahead and skip through the dialogue. Once we gain control of our character, we're going to have to open up our inventory. And to do that, we're going to place our little cursor at the top of the screen here. So move your cursor to the top of the screen. That's going to pull up this little inventory here. And then from there, you can select the hooks. And we want to place those into the middle of the log right here. So go ahead and place those into the log. And then from there, we're going to get another short little cutscene here. And then once we gain control of our character again, we have to place the third hook. So pull up your inventory and place the third hook on the right side of the log. And then from there, we're going to get a short little unskippable cutscene. And I'd also like to mention that this game doesn't autosave. So if you ever want to take a break later on in the video and you're going to like quit the game or whatever, make sure you save by pausing and just selecting save. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to pick up the commentary back up in just a second after this cutscene's over. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to wake up, and you can go ahead and skip through the dialogue here, and then once we gain control of our character, we're going to pick up that little radio on the ground to the left there on the shoreline. So once we gain control of our character, skip through the dialogue, and go ahead and pick up that radio eventually. So go ahead and click on the radio right here, pick that up. And then from there, we can start walking over to the right side. So skip through the dialogue. This part's kind of boring with all of the talking and whatnot, so just once you gain control of your character here, we're going to walk over to the right. So now we're walking over to the right here, and we're going to keep heading this way for a bit. And we're going to pick up a vine on a tree, so keep walking over to the right for a bit, and we're going to have to come back to this strange log here in a bit. But just keep walking to the right, and on this tree right here next to the mud, make sure you pick up that vine right there on that tree branch. So pick that up. And then from there, continue walking to the right and interact with these footprints on the ground right here. And then continue walking to the right. Skip through the dialogue. And anytime there's dialogue on screen, just feel free to skip through it. So skip through the dialogue and then walk to the right. And we're going to interact with this bush right here in the middle of the screen. And there's going to be like a little bird or some sort of turkey that's going to come out. And we're going to use him later. So just interact with it and then continue walking to the right side. So head over here to the right, and there's going to be some stuff we can pick up. So there's also going to be a tiger right here. So don't worry, he can't kill you or anything. So we're perfectly safe. So starting off here, we're going to pick up the orange little reed to the right next to the mud right here. So pick up that, and you should get like one piece of it. And then from there, right to the left of our character, there's a stick on the ground right here. Go ahead and pick up that stick. And then from there, we can go back to the left side, and we're going to head all the way back to the left to where that strange log was. So right there, I accidentally interacted with the bush. Ignore that. Continue heading all the way to the left past the mud here. And we're going to head back to the strange log right here. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory, and we're going to select the orange reed. So click on the orange reed, and then click on the strange log. And we're going to place that in there, and we're going to get some like termites or something. So get that. And then from there, pull up your inventory, and we're going to click on the stick. And we're going to click on the stick and then click on the vine. And that's going to combine the two together to make a little trap. So from then, we can start walking over to the right back to that bush. So head to the right past this mud patch here and continue over here. And then once you get here, we're going to pull up our inventory and select the stick with the vine. And then we're going to click on the little bush with that. And that's basically going to place a little trap. So go ahead and skip through the dialogue here, place that trap, pull up your inventory, and select the termites and leaf. And we're going to place that on the trap on the ground right in front of us. And then from there, we can interact with the little bush. And I guess we're going to trap that bird. So get the bird trap right there, and then go ahead and click on it to pick it up. And then after you pick up the bird, make sure you pick up the trap that we placed. So pick the trap back up. And then from there, we're going to walk back to the right side of the screen over towards the tiger. So keep walking over here to the right. And once we get over here, we're going to pull up our inventory, and we're going to select the bird. And we're going to throw him at the tiger here, and hopefully he runs away and lives. But that's going to distract the tiger. He's going to run off screen. And once we do that, we can go ahead and pick up the weird little metal object in the middle of the mud here. So I walked in the mud here, but once you get out, go ahead and select the metal object right here in the middle of the mud. So pick that up. And then from there, you can pull up your inventory, and we're going to combine the, what are we going to combine here? The stick and the metal object. So select the metal shard and combine that with the stick and vine. And that's going to make us a little axe. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory and use the axe on this skinny little tree right here next to the mud. And we're going to chop it down so that way we can cross the mud. So chop that tree down, and then we're going to continue off to the right side. So chop it down, skip through the dialogue here, and then continue heading to the right side over here. And basically, we're just going to keep walking to the right for a bit, and we're eventually going to get a cutscene. So just keep heading to the right. And you're going to get this little cutscene here. And your head hurts or something, so just skip through the dialogue and keep heading to the right. And then there's going to be a little cutscene here, so just let that play out. And now we're having like a little flashback. To skip through the dialogue here and just select the top option. It doesn't really matter. And skip through the dialogue, and then we're going to wake up. And we should be in a cave here, so yep, we're in the cave here, and we're gonna wake up here. So just wake up, and then from there we're gonna interact with the left side basket. So all the way on the left side, there's gonna be a basket. There's like 3 of them. We want to interact with the one on the left side, and there's gonna be a dried vegetable in there. So interact with the basket on the left side. You should get the dried vegetable. And then from there, pull up your inventory at the top of the screen and select the vegetable. And we're going to throw that up here at the cardboard next to this little hole in the ceiling. So throw that up there. That should bring some more light in. And there's going to be a little dog in here, and he's friendly. So go ahead and skip through the dialogue. And then from there, we're going to open up the little foliage or the leaves on the right side here to exit the cave. So head to the right, remove the foliage or whatever that was, and head through. And then from out here, we're going to have to distract the tiger again. And right to our right, there's going to be another bird that we can pick up on this little rack right here. So pick up one of these birds, and we're going to throw that at the tiger to distract it. And then from there, you can just feel free to skip through the dialogue here. And we're going to be talking for a bit. And then once we gain control of our character, we're going to walk to the right side of the screen. So keep walking to the right here, all the way to the right, and exit the right side of the screen. And then you should be in this area with the dog and the guy. So this guy in the blue shirt, his name is Kevin. We're going to be talking to him a lot in the game. So he's going to walk back to the left to the little camp area, and we're going to follow him over there. So just skip through the dialogue, and we're going to walk back to the camp here, and we need to talk to Kevin, the guy in the blue shirt. So just skip through the dialogue here, and we're going to choose all of the options here, and we're just going to talk to him. Make sure you just select every option. Just keep spamming A, and eventually you'll exhaust all of the dialogue options, and he should give you your radio back. So just keep skipping through and just select all of the options here. We basically just need to talk to him to learn about the jungle and whatnot. So keep skipping through the dialogue, selecting each of the choices there, and it's going to take a while, but just keep skipping through. And then eventually, once you're done, it's going to keep saying the same thing. And then we need to ask him about the jungle. So it's green. Once it's green, that means you exhausted all of the dialogue options. Just make sure you ask him about the animals and the jungle, and then ask about the people and everything. It's very easy. The text should be green once you're done. And you can't really mess that up, so don't worry. Just skip through all the dialogue, talk to him and everything. And then once you're done, we're going to head over to the left side over here. And we're going to click on the dog right here laying down. And you can actually pet the dog in this game, and we're going to get an achievement for that. So go ahead and pet the dog there, and that should get you an achievement. And then from there, we're going to exit the screen to the right side. So keep heading to the right here, and exit the screen all the way to the right. And then again, we're going to keep heading to the right. So keep going to the right over here. And then again, we're going to keep going to the right. And you should now be in front of the cave there. And we're going to pick up this big leaf on the ground right here. So go ahead and pick up that super big leaf. And then from there, we're going to head down. And then from here, we're going to head to the right. And you should be at a little security area here. And we need to interact with the door and try to unlock it. So skip through that dialogue there. And then click on the door. Or maybe the lock, the door, the lock, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. And you can try to open the door here, and basically our character is going to come to the conclusion that we need our axe back. But the villagers, when we passed down the cave, they took our axe or whatever. So basically we have to earn their trust to get the axe back so we can break the lock and head through there. So we're going to exit back to the left side of the screen, and then we're going to head up. And you should be back at the area with the cave. And from here, we're going to go to the left, and then we're going to go to the left again. And we're basically heading back to the camp there to talk to Kevin. And again, head to the left. And then you should be at the camp here. And then from there, we're going to talk to Kevin, the guy in the blue shirt with the red hat. And skip through the dialogue here. And then select Kevin. And we're going to ask about our axe or whatever. So skip through the dialogue, and we're going to say, I need my axe back. And then skip through the dialogue. And he's going to tell you that you need to help his people or win the trust of his people. Just choose that top option there. And skip through the dialogue. And then from there, we can say, see you later. And we need to talk to this lady on the right side sitting down. She's wearing red and white. So talk to her. And she's going to say that we need to find her some wild yams. So skip through the dialogue. And then from there, we can talk to the two ladies in the middle on the left side here. So talk to the one on the left side. And they're basically going to say that we need to find some dragon's blood or dragon's fruit for them. So talk to them, skip through the dialogue. And then from there, talk to the lady on the left here with the bottles. And this lady wants some water, so skip through the dialogue here. And then once we gain control of our character, we're going to pick up the single water bottle or the plastic bottle right behind Kevin to the right side there after this little cutscene, of course. But we're going to pick up that plastic bottle. It's right behind Kevin to the right. So right here, go ahead and pick up that bottle. And then from there, we're going to head to the left side. So head all the way to the left over here. And then continue heading to the left. And then once we're here at the waterfall, we're actually going to head up. But first, we're going to have a little flashback here. Just feel free to skip through the dialogue and just choose the top option or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just skip through the dialogue. And keep skipping. And then once we're back here, we're going to head up. So exit the top of the screen up here along the path there. And then again, we're going to head up. And you should be in an area with like a bunch of cut down trees. And on the right side, you can see the tree log with the red little rag right there. Go ahead and pick up that red rag. So pick that up, and then from there, skip the text, and we're going to head to the right side of the screen. So head over to the right, and you should see this little broken building. And we need to pick up the newspaper on the ground to the right of that chest there. So pick up that newspaper, and then to the right on the rock right here, there's going to be a shovel. Pick up that shovel, and then from there, pull up your inventory, select the shovel, and use the shovel on the box right there in the middle of that broken building. And that's going to break the lock, and we can go ahead and open up the box. So from there, interact with the box, and we're going to get some items from that. So now we're going to head, I'm losing my voice. Now we're going to open up our inventory here and select the plastic bottle and combine the plastic bottle with the roll of tape on the right side that we just got. And that's going to fix up that plastic bottle. So now we can get some water in it. So skip through the dialogue, and then from there, we're going to head back to the left the way we came. So head to the left and then down, and we're going to head back towards that waterfall. So down again. And then you should be at the waterfall area. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory at the top, and we're going to select the plastic bottle. And then we're going to select the little river or the waterfall water, and that's going to fill up the bottle. And then from there, we're going to interact with that little cave behind the waterfall. I believe you're going to have to interact with it twice. So press it once, and then press it a second time. And we're going to head into that little cave there. So head through here. And then in here, we're going to interact with the little mound of dirt on the right side right here. So interact with that, and there's just randomly going to be a turtle inside. And then from there, we can interact with the dirt pile on the left side. So interact with the pile on the left side now, and there's going to be some turtle eggs here. So we need to pick up one of the eggs, so make sure you pick one up, interact with it, pick it up. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory, and we're going to use the shovel. So select the shovel and use it on the rocks on the right side of the screen to open up this little hole right here. And then once you clear the rocks, we're going to head through the little hole. So head through the hole here, and there's going to be a little fetish doll that we can pick up. So right here, go ahead and pick that up on the ground there. And then from there, we can head back the way we came. So head back through the little hole, and then we can exit the cave here. So head back, and then exit out of the cave. And then we're going to exit the bottom of the screen, so head down. And then down here, we're going to pull up our inventory, and we're going to select the shovel. And we're going to use that on the dam right here. And we're going to break apart some of the dam so the turtle can pass through. So break that right side of the dam there. And then from there, we're going to head down again. So head down. And you should see a little rock in the water, and we're going to click on that rock there, and we're going to jump across. So jump across to the rock, and then from there, pull up your inventory and select the turtle egg. And then place the turtle egg on the little lily pad to the left of that rock there, and that's going to bring the turtle down to retrieve its egg. And then from there, we're going to interact with the turtle, and we're going to use the turtle to cross the river there. So once we're over here, we're going to get another little flashback, I believe. So we're going to head over here to this little fruit tree thing, and we're going to get a flashback, and you can just skip the dialogue here. And then we're going to go outside, and we're going to talk to our little girlfriend or whatever. And again, just feel free to skip through the dialogue. And now we're back here, and we need to interact with this little bush tree thing here and get one of the dragon's fruits off of it. So get that dragon fruit, and then interact with the little flower here on the left side next to the tree. So make sure you get those 2 items, the interact with that rattan, and then pick up the flower there, and that should be 2 items. And then from there, you can walk back to the right side of the screen and interact with this rotten tree just to the left of our character. Apologies, I'm looking for my axe right now in my inventory. I forgot that the villagers had taken it away. And we don't actually need the axe to push this tree over since it's rotten, so just interact with it, and your character should push it over. And once you do that, you can cross over to the right side of the screen, and then you can exit to the top there. So head over to the right, and then exit up top here. And then we're going to walk to the right, and then we're going to head up. So head up here, and then once we're in this next area, we're going to head to the right, and we're going to head back towards the camp. So now we're in the camp here, and we can give the lady here to the right her plastic bottle. So pull up your inventory, select the plastic bottle, and give it to this lady right here. And skip through the dialogue, and that should give you an achievement. And then from there, we're going to interact with the 2 ladies in the middle, and we're going to give them the dragon's fruit. So pull up your inventory. Or first off, sorry, we're going to dry the newspaper. So select the newspaper and place it on the drying line right here where my character is. Apologies for that. And then pull up your inventory, and we're going to select the red dragon's blood. And we're going to give that to the lady on the right side in the middle. And skip through the dialogue there, and you should get another achievement. And then from there, we're going to exit to the right side of the screen, so that way the newspaper will dry. So head to the right here, exit the screen, and then we're going to head back to the left to the camp, and we're going to pick up the newspaper off the drying line. So go ahead and pick that up. And then once we have that, we're going to head to the left side. So head to the left, kind of back the way we came earlier. So head to the left here. And then once you're on this next screen here, we're going to head down. So head down the in the middle here. And then down again. And you should be in an area with a elephant here. And off to the left, there's going to be a fruit bush. And we want to pick up one of these brown fruits. And then from there, you can skip through the dialogue. And then you want to pull up your inventory. And you want to select the shovel. And we're going to use the shovel on that brown fruit that we just picked up. And you'll have to scroll to the right side of your inventory since it's on the right side now. So select the shovel, scroll to the right, and use that on the brown fruit, and that'll crack it open for us. And then from there, we can head back up towards the camp. So head up, and then again, head up. And then from here, we're going to head to the right back to the camp. And then head to the right a little bit, and we need to interact with the lady in the middle of the camp and give her that brown fruit. So pull up your inventory and select the brown fruit and give it to the lady in the middle on the left side. And she's going to grind that up for us and give us some nut paste or something, some nut butter. So skip through the dialogue here, and you should get some nut butter in your inventory. And then from there, select the nut butter, and we're going to place that into the plastic bottle. So place that in there. And then from there, I believe we're going to head off to the right side of the screen. So exit the screen to the right. And then keep heading to the right until we get to that little bear cave. So head to the right again. And then to the right again. And from here, we're going to have to go down. So once you're at the bear cave here, head down. And we need to get a lighter. So head down again. And then once we're down here, we can pull up our inventory and select the green gemstone and give that to the little guy down here. He has a lighter, and we're going to do a little trade, and we're going to get the lighter from him. So go ahead and trade him the gemstone. He's going to give you the lighter, and then from there we can head back up, and now we can enter the cave since we have the lighter. So head up, and then head up again. And we're going to enter the cave there. So select the cave, and your character is going to be a little scared, and you're going to have to select the dialogue on the bottom left and just choose enter the cave. And head in here, and it's going to be pretty dark, and we're going to walk to the right side, and there's going to be a little mouse hole on the ground, so keep your eye out for a little hole. It's going to be to the right next to these three like black pillars there. So right here now, it's to my left now, but interact with that mouse hole using the plastic bottle with the nut butter, and that's going to place a little trap for the mouse, and the mouse is going to go inside trying to get some peanut butter or something. And now we've captured a mouse, and then from there we can walk to the right side of the screen, and we're going to pick up these sticks right here on the ground, so pick that up. And then from there we can head back to the left and exit this cave here. So head to the left, exit the cave, and then we're going to go to the left. And then from here, we're going to go to the left again. And then left again. And we're heading back to the camp here. So head all the way to the left here. So exit the screen on the left side of the camp. And then from there, we're going to head down towards where the elephant is. So head down and then down again. And you should be at the area with the elephant. You want to pull up your inventory and select the plastic bottle with the mouse. And you want to interact with the elephant with it. And we're going to let the mouse loose. And he's going to scare the elephant away. So once the mouse scares the elephant away, we can go ahead and head down. And you should also get an achievement. So head down, and there's going to be a little anteater looking thing here. And you want to interact with it, and it's going to scare it away. And then from there, you can interact with the wild yams over here and pick one up. So on the bottom left, interact with those, pick one up. And there's actually some poop on the ground to our right, but we can't pick it up right now. But we will have to come back later, so just ignore that for now. And we're going to head back up towards the camp and give the lady the wild yams. So head up, and then head up again. And then up again. And then from there, we're going to head to the right, back towards the camp. And then we're going to interact with the lady all the way on the right side of the camp. So head to the right a bit. And she's going to be in the red and white shirt. And pull up your inventory and give her the wild yam. And I'm not sure if that gets you an achievement, but it might. So skip through the dialogue here. And then head to the right side, and yep, we got an achievement. So head to the right, and then up here, we're going to head up. And then head to the right. And then we're going to pick up this flower right here next to this giant tree. So pick that up. And then we're going to head to the right again. And now we're going to be in an area with some bees. And we need to pull up our inventory here and select the sticks. And we're going to interact with the sticks and place them on the burnt area on the ground just under the beehive there. So place those and then pull up your inventory again and interact with the newspaper. And we're going to place the newspaper on the burnt area. So place that, and then again pull up your inventory. And we're going to select the red rag, and we're going to place that on top. So place that on the burnt area. And then from there, we're going to select our lighter. And I'm losing my voice slowly but surely. Select the purple lighter here and light that on fire. And then from there, we need to pull up our inventory again. And we're going to select the big leaf that we have. So skip through that dialogue, select the big leaf, and interact with the burnt area. And we're going to make the bees hide or whatever so we can get some honey. So once the bees are gone, we're going to interact with their beehive at the top of the tree there. So interact with that. And we're going to climb up and get some honey. So once we have the honey, we're going to get an achievement, and we're going to head back to the left side of the screen here. And then from there, we're going to head down and then to the right. And then we're going to head into the cave. And then we're going to exit the cave all the way on the right side. So head to the right and exit the right side of the cave here. And then walk over to the right, and we're going to get a little cutscene with some bears here. And then from there, we can pull up our inventory, and we're going to select the first bear here, and we're going to give him the honey. So select the honey, throw it to the bears, and that's going to distract them. And then from there, there's going to be a little kid inside of that log there. So he's going to come out, and he's going to run away into the cave. So we're going to have to follow him. So head back into the cave there and follow him. And you should also get an achievement. So now we have to exit the cave all the way to the left side. And I believe the game is automatically going to chase the kid. So head to the left here. And we're automatically going to... Actually, no, not yet. Head to the left here, to the left side of the screen. And then we're automatically going to follow him here. And he's going to be at the big tree. And then from there, we need to climb the vine on the right side right here. So climb up here. And climb to the top of the tree. And there's going to be some monkeys up here. And basically, the monkey took the kid's little doll or whatever. So that's why the kid's been gone forever. His mom thinks he's missing, but he's actually just trying to get his doll back from the monkey. So right there, he's trying to offer the monkey some fruit for his doll. And the monkey's like, nah, I don't want that. So we're going to try to give the monkey the little figure / fetish doll thing that we picked up earlier. So skip through the dialogue here. And then once we gain control of our character, we're going to pull up our inventory at the top. So pull up your inventory, select the little fetish doll, and place it on the ledge right there on the right side of the tree. And then the monkey's going to come down, and I guess, I don't know if he likes it. If he doesn't like it, he doesn't pick it up, but he like runs away. So he's going to run away. And the little kid's going to go down there, and we're going to chase the monkey. So from here, we need to head to the left side and follow the monkey. So head over to the left, and the monkey is going to drop the little doll in some stinky fruit or whatever. Durian, whatever it is, not sure, but it's too stinky for us to go in, and our character is going to puke or whatever, and we're gonna have to go back to the right. And this is where the I'm losing my voice. This is where the poop comes into play. We're gonna have to go get some poop, so skip through the dialogue here, and we're gonna head back down to the camp. So head down, and then head to the left, and then we need to talk to Kevin here. And we're going to ask him about the jungle. So talk to him. Well, first we're going to tell him, I found the missing child. So tell him that. Skip through the dialogue. And then from there, we need to ask him about the jungle. And then ask about plants. And then we need to ask him about the stinky flowers or whatever. I need to get close. So choose the top option there. Skip through the dialogue. And then he's going to tell us about how to do it. And then from there, we can say, go back, and then go back, and see you later. And now we can head back to the left. So head to the left here. And then we're going to head down. And then down again. And then down again. And we're going to pick up the poop or the dung right here on the ground. So go ahead and pick that up. And then from there, we're going to head back up to the camp. So head up. And then up again. And then up again. And then we're going to head to the right. And you should be in the camp. And we need to interact with the two ladies in the middle. So head to the right into the middle of the camp here. I went down. Apologies for that. Ignore that. Stay in the middle of the camp there. I somehow was trying to go to the right, and I clicked on the bottom of the screen. Just stay in the middle of the camp here and pull up your inventory. And we're going to give the poop to the lady on the left side in the middle there. And then from there, pull up your inventory, and we're going to give her the flower on the left side called the orchid. So give her that one, and I guess she's just going to grind up some poop and some flowers for us. So wait for that. And then from there, we need to head back to the stinky flowers. So exit the screen to the right side. Over here. And then from there, we're going to head up. And then we're going to head to the left side. And now we can pick up the doll in the middle there on the little plant. So pick up that doll right there. And then now we're going to give that to the kid. So head to the right, back towards the kid here. And we're going to give him his doll back. And then we're going to head back to the camp. So head down. And then head back to the left. And we're going to gain their trust here from this. And we're going to get our axe back. So go ahead and just skip through the dialogue here. And you should get an achievement. And again, skip through the dialogue, and he's going to give us our axe back, and we're going to get another achievement. So skip through the dialogue there. And then from there, we can exit the right side of the screen here, and you should automatically get teleported to the little locked door here. And you want to pull up your inventory and select the axe. And then from there, you want to interact with the lock on the door. And we're going to unlock the little door here. We're going to break the lock. And we can head into that building there. So interact with the next door there. I believe you're going to have to interact with it twice. So interact with the door, knock on the door, and then interact with it again to go inside. And then once we're inside here, we're going to have to pick up the petrol can on the shelf. It's on like the second shelf there. It's red. Right next to the computer, right there. Pick that up. And then from there, we need to pick up the toolbox on the right side right here next to the bed. So pick up those two items, and then we can head back outside. And we need to pull up our inventory and select the wrench. And we're going to use that on the generator right here on the right side to fix it up. And then from there, pull up your inventory, select the petrol can, and pour that into the generator. And then from there, you need to interact with the generator and turn it on. I accidentally went inside without turning the generator on, so apologies. I came back out, and I turned it on. And then from there, we're going to head into the building here. And we're going to read the binders that's above where the petrol can was. So read those. And then scroll through the pages. You can just spam to the right and scroll through like the 5 pages or whatever. And then press the little X button at the top after you scroll through all of the pages. And then select the magazine on the bed here. And basically, this is how we find the password to the computer. It's the name of that monkey or whatever, orangutan. And then from there, we need to pick up the dictaphone on top of the bed there on the right corner. And then from there, we need to open up all of the desk drawers. So interact with the lower left drawer here. And then from there, we need to open up the upper left one. And there should be a little micro cassette player or something in there. And then from there, we can open up the lower right drawer. And there's going to be a file in here. And you can just press A on the file. And then from there, we're going to open up the upper right drawer. And then after that, we're going to interact with the computer monitor there. And we're going to have to enter a password. And make sure you enter it in all caps. And we're going to enter the name of the orangutan, which is O-M-B-A-K. So Ombak or Ombak, whatever. Again, that's O-M-B-A-K. And then from there, click confirm to log into the computer here. And you should get an achievement. And then from there, we're going to click on the email here. And we need to click on each of these different emails here and just read them. So click on each of them. And then from there, you can hit exit on the bottom right. And then from there, we're going to click on the little reminder here and just quickly read that. And then you can press the, the little X there. And then we can log out of the computer on the bottom right since we're done with that. And now we have the trapdoor lock code or whatever. So interact with the trapdoor in the center of the room here. And then we're going to enter a code here. And the code is going to be 1283. So again, that's 1283. And that should unlock the trapdoor. And we can head down into the cave here. So head down here, and then we're going to head off to the right side. Or actually, we're going to get a little flashback here. So go ahead and skip through the dialogue here and finish this little flashback. So again, we're going to head to the right side of the cave here. So head to the right and keep heading to the right until we get to the little lamp with the rope here. And we're going to interact with the lamp that's right behind your character. And we're going to light that to give us some light. And then from there, interact with the rope. And we're going to climb down. So head down the rope here. And then again, we're going to head to the right side. And we're going to exit the cave over here. So keep heading to the right. And then head up the cave and interact with the little exit there. And head outside. And then from here, we're going to continue heading to the right side. So just keep heading to the right here. And then exit to the right side of the screen there. And then again, keep heading to the right. And keep heading to the right. And then keep heading to the right some more. And we're going to have a little cutscene right here. And we're going to see the little sweater there on the ground. And we need to continue heading to the right. And then we're going to slide down the cliff here. And your game's going to crash. Just kidding, it didn't crash, but there's a tiger. All right, so now we're going to have a little flashback here, and you're going to interact with the front door. And then we're going to wake back up here, and we're going to be at the bottom of the cliff. And we're randomly going to teleport to the left there. I don't know if you saw that. And once we gain control of our character, we're going to walk to the right side. So walk to the right side over here. And there's going to be a dead body. And feel free to skip through the dialogue here. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory. And we're going to select the shovel. And we're going to steal her backpack right there in the mud or whatever. So interact with the shovel. Grab the backpack here. And you're actually going to lose the shovel head. Or the hand. Or yeah, the head. And then pick up the backpack here. And we're going to get some new items. Some tent pegs. So just press A on that right there to skip through that. And continue skipping through the dialogue. And then again, press A on that note there to skip through it. And then we're going to head to the right a little bit. Or I think we're going to get a flashback or something. Oh, okay. So once this little cutscene's over here, skip through the dialogue. And then we need to press B on this little chest set to the right. If you press A, you won't get the achievement. But if you press B, you'll get the achievement. It's okay if you accidentally press A on it. Just make sure you press B, and it should say an upturned chessboard or something. And that should get you the achievement. So, and then from there, we can walk to the right and pull up our inventory. And we're going to select the tent pegs. And we're going to place that into the rock right here. The wider rock right there. And then again, pull up your inventory and place the other tent peg. And we're basically building a little path to get up. And then from there, we're going to climb up this little mountain side. And then once we're at the top here, we're going to head up after this little cutscene's over. We're getting hungry right now, so we're going to try to find some food, some berries to eat. So once this cutscene's over, we're going to exit the top of the screen. So head up. And then we're going to head to the right. And then we're going to interact with the berry bush right here with the red berries. And there's going to be some creatures inside. And we have to find a way to get them out of there. So we're going to head down to the bottom of the screen. And then we're going to head off to the right. And there's going to be a dole or a D-hole. I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. I've honestly never heard of it in my life. So we need to get close to this dole here. And we need to get its attention. And then from there, we need to pull up our inventory. And we're going to combine the dictaphone with the micro cassette. And we need to record this dog barking. So combine those two. And then we need to get close to the creature again. Don't click on it, just get close to it. And apologies, this part is a little sloppy for me here. I was like, I was trying to click on the dog, but just get close to it, pull up your inventory, use the dictaphone thing that we combined with the cassette tape on the dog. And that's going to record it barking. So here, I'm going to move close. I'm going to get the dog's attention. I'm going to pull up my inventory. I'm going to use the dictaphone on the dog and record it barking. And you should get an achievement there. And then from there, we can take this little recording back to that berry bush. So head back to the left. And apologies, that part was a little sloppy on my end. But head up top here. And head back to the berry bush. And then from there, pull up your inventory and use the dictaphone on the berry bush. That's going to scare the creatures away. And then we can eat the berries. And now we're going to head down back towards where the dole was. So head down and then head to the right. And continue off to the right. And the dog's going to be gone. So now we can head over here. And then we're going to head down. And we're going to be at this little tent area here. And we need to skip the dialogue and then pick up the little book on the ground. Right at our feet. So go ahead and pick up that book right there. And this is like a little survival guide. And you can just skip through the dialogue. And then you can quickly scroll through the pages here to read this little survival guide. So scroll to the right and then hit the X at the top right. And then we can click on the tent here. And I'm also saving my game right here. So if you haven't saved yet, feel free to save just in case. So go ahead and save your game. Interact with the tent here. And then on the left side of the tent, we're going to interact with the little pouch on the left side right here. And that's going to give us a needle. And then from there, we can interact with the wine bottle in the middle of the tent there. And that's going to give us a wine bottle and a cork. And then from there, we can interact with the files sort of towards the back right. And we can read these. So feel free to press the arrow to the right and read the files. You'll have to skip some dialogue there, but do that. And read the files here, and then press the X. And then you can press the X to exit the tent, since we got the 3 items that we need there. And then from there, we're going to head down. And there's going to be a tree down here that we can go ahead and chop with our axe. So pull up your inventory, equip your axe, and chop the tree here. And that's going to make the tree leak some sap. So now we need to collect the sap using the wine bottle. So pull up your inventory here and select the wine bottle. Apologies, I was getting confused here. I wasn't sure if I needed to use the plastic bottle, but you definitely need to use the wine bottle. So get the wine bottle here. Apologies for the delay on my part, but get the wine bottle, take the sap, and then from there you need to cork the sap using the or cork the wine bottle using the cork, obviously, so that way the sap will stay fresh. So get the sap with the wine bottle, cork it, and then from there we can head to the right side of the screen. And you should be at a little river area. And then from there, we're going to head up. So exit the top of the screen. And you should see a tree with a camera on it, and just under that there's going to be some broken bits on the ground under the tree there. Make sure you pick those up and you should get an SD card. And then from there, skip the dialogue and interact with the camera. And we need to choose the dialogue on the bottom left, and we're going to choose look at camera. So look at camera, and it's going to flip around to the back side of the camera. And then from there, pull up your inventory and choose the wine bottle with the sap. And we're going to place that on the little SD card slot right there on the right. And we're going to lube it up. And then from there, we can place the SD card. So pull up your inventory, select the SD card, and place that in the slot. And then now we can exit. And then we're going to re-interact with the camera, but this time we're going to look at the screen. So look at the screen, and then press the power button on the right side. And then you can scroll through the recordings using the arrow. We're going to go to the right here. So scroll through, and you should see your buddy here. He's going to jump into the river and swim across. So now we know where he went. So skip through the dialogue here, and you should get an achievement. And then from there, we can press the little X there. And now we can head back down towards the river. So head down. And then here, we can swim across the river. So interact with the middle of the river there. And our character is going to swim across. But before, we're going to have a little flashback here, talking to our buddy at the shooting range. Just skip through the dialogue here. And when the option to choose like some dialogue pops up, just choose no way. Because they were talking about like shooting animals or something. And your friend asked you if you wanted to shoot some animals. And it doesn't really matter which dialogue option you choose, but just choose no way anyways. So choose no way, and then skip through the dialogue there. And the flashback should be over. And we're going to swim across the river here. So swim across. Well, it's really a cutscene. You're not really doing anything, but just watch the cutscene here. And then from there, you can skip the dialogue. And we're going to exit to the right side of the screen here. So exit to the right. And now we're going to, several hours later or whatever, and it's going to be nighttime. And I think I'm going to save my game here in just a second, so skip through the dialogue. And again, if you want to, you can save your game just in case, because again, the game doesn't autosave. So I'm going to save my game here. And then I'm going to continue off to the right side. And we're going to come to a campfire here, so just keep progressing to the right side of the screen. And eventually you're going to come to a little campfire. So head over here and then sit on the rock on the right side next to the campfire. And then we're going to have a little flashback here, and you can just skip through all of the dialogue. And again, you're going to have to choose a option here. Just choose the top one and keep skipping through the dialogue. And now we're going to be reunited with our little buddy here. And you can just keep skipping through the dialogue. And basically, we're going to have to catch up with our friend here. And we're going to have to ask him a bunch of questions and like explain to him what had happened and everything. So basically, we're just going to be skipping through all of the dialogue here. And exhausting all of the options. So quite some time later, basically you just want to keep skipping. And we're going to be talking for a really long time. And there's going to be a bunch of dialogue options that you have to choose. And basically, you just have to choose all of them. So just keep spamming away. Keep spamming away. And then eventually, he's going to bring out some whiskey. And you guys are going to drink. And then you're going to go to sleep and whatnot. So just keep skipping away here. Just keep skipping. And choosing all of the dialogue options here. And keep skipping. And keep skipping and skipping. And then sometime later. And keep skipping. And choosing more dialogue options here. And then eventually he's going to take out the whiskey. Hopefully soon. Time to sleep. And now he's taking out the whiskey, so that's basically it. You're going to drink the whiskey and whatnot, and then you're going to go to sleep after the cutscene. Alright, and now it's morning here, and we're going to have some dialogue to skip through. And eventually, we're going to wake up here. So just skip through the dialogue here. And your friend's going to go off to the left and look for some food. And then eventually, once we gain control of our character, we're going to pull up our inventory. And we're going to select the needle. So you might have to scroll to the left here and select the needle. And then from there, we're going to place that in the hide that's right to the right of us back here. A little animal hide. Place that in there. And let's go in to clean it or something. And then from there, we can select the needle and then scroll over to the right. And we're going to place that in the cork. And then from there, we can continue off to the right side of the screen. And then we need to pull up our inventory and select the shovel. Again, you're going to have to scroll to the left side, select the shovel handle, and interact with the vine here. And basically, we're going to give the snake a new home. And he's going to jump on the shovel handle so we can pick up the vine. So from there, go ahead and pick up the vine. And then we can exit down the bottom of the screen. And then we need to pull up our inventory and select the vine here. And we're going to place that on the tree branch here off to the right so we can swing across that gap. So place that. And then you're automatically going to swing across the gap, I believe. So yeah, we're going to swing across the gap here. And then once we get over here, we need to pull up our inventory. And we're going to select the little needle and the cork. And we're going to use that on the little pitcher plant right here. And that's basically going to act as like a compass or something. So you should get an achievement from there. And then we're going to get teleported to later on, sometime later. And we're going to continue off here with our buddy. It's going to be a little cutscene. You can skip the dialogue there. And then we're going to fall in a hole here. And now we're going to automatically switch to our friend or whatever. And our objective now is to figure out a way to get the main character out of the hole. So it's automatically going to switch characters now. And you can switch characters by looking at your inventory and selecting the little switchy thing. But starting off playing as this guy here, we're going to walk to the right side down this hill here. So just walk off to the right. And we're going to pick up this little fruit right here on the ground under this fruit tree. So pick this up. And then we're going to head back to the left. So head to the left here. And we're going to pull up, or we're going to try to push this rock first. So try to push this rock right here. And it's not going to work. And then from there, we're going to pull up our inventory. And we're going to get the little fruit here. And we're going to place it on the rock. So place the greasy fruit on the rock. And we're going to lube it up so we can push it a little bit here. So try to push the rock. You're only going to push it a little bit. So we're going to need to get some more fruit. So we're going to head back to the right side of the screen. And then we're going to pull up our inventory. And we're going to select the red scarf. And we're going to place it on the bottom of the tree right here. And then we're going to head to the right side. And we're going to interact with the bird on the little tree stump there, or whatever that is. And the bird's going to fly onto that bowl there. And the bowl's going to go over to the left side of the screen, and it's going to see our red scarf that we placed on the tree. So head back to the left here. And the bowl is going to ram that tree there, and we're going to get another fruit. So now go ahead and pick up that fruit there. And then we can head to the left side. So keep heading to the left side until we get back to that little cave hole that we fell in. So head up the hill here to the left. And then pull up your inventory and select the fruit and drop that down the hole, or interact with the fruit using the hole or whatever. And we're going to throw that down to our to the main character. And then we need to skip the dialogue here and go up to your inventory and then click the 2 arrows there to switch characters on the right side. And then we're going to switch characters, pick up the fruit. And then we're going to pull up our inventory and we're going to use the axe on the fruit. So select the axe and then scroll over to the right and use that on the strange fruit. And that's going to crack it open. And then from there, we can pull up our inventory again and select the fruit and then throw it back out of the hole at the top there. And throw it back to the other character. And then from there, skip the dialogue and change back to the other character. And then pick up the fruit. And then we're going to take that fruit to the right side. And we need to rub that on the ground next to the rock. And apologies here, I accidentally went too far to the right side of the screen. So ignore that, stay on the screen with the rock. I was just having a brain fart. So once you're on the screen here with the rock, pull up your inventory, use the greasy red fruit on the rocky ground to the left of the rock there. And that's going to lube it up so we can push it. So do that, and then push the rock. And that's going to open up the cave there, and our buddy, or the main character, can come out. And from there, you can skip the dialogue. You should get an achievement, and you can you're going to get sometime later here. And then from there, you can skip the dialogue, and then once we gain control of our character, interact with the cave entrance up there, and we're going to try to climb, but it's not going to work, and we're going to have to talk to our buddy, and we're going to have to ask him for some help. So click on him, talk to him here, and then ask for help. And then he's going to help you, and you're going to boost up into the cave there. All right, and once we're in the cave here, we're going to run over to the right side. So head over here and keep heading to the right. And then from there, we're going to be out of the cave here. And we're almost at the end of the game. We're getting pretty close here, but we got a little bit more. So head to the right here and then interact with the yellow hard hat on the ground right here. Interact with that. And then from there, we can continue off to the right side of the screen. So head to the right here. And again, your game's going to crash again, guys. So I'm just kidding. It's another tiger. I hope I tricked you guys the first time I said that your game was going to crash, but probably not. So here we can skip through the dialogue. And then we're going to wait for our buddy here, or they're going to talk about splitting up. And our buddy's going to go to the right side. So follow him. And skip through the dialogue here. And he's going to go to the right, and we're actually going to follow him. So head to the right here. And on the ground next to the door, there's going to be a little puppet. Make sure you pick that up because that's an achievement. I believe that's missable, so make sure you get that. And then from there, we're going to head back to the left side. First, we're going to interact with that truck right there. So interact with this truck. And then from there, go to your left to the building. And we're going to interact with the bucket in front of the door to the right on the ground. Interact with that. There's going to be a key in there. And then pull up your inventory, select the key, and use that on the door, and head inside. So click on the door, head inside, and then from here, we need to climb the ladder on the right side to head upstairs. And then from there, we need to click on the whiteboard and interact with it. And then from there, we're going to click on the paper on the right side of the desk. And then from there, we're going to pick up the radio on the left side of the desk. So skip that dialogue, pick up the radio on the left side. And then from there, we're going to interact with the papers under the radio on the left side of the desk. And then from there, we're going to interact with the bottom left drawer of the desk. And skip through the dialogue there. And there's going to be a little paper, just keep spamming A. And then open up the bottom right drawer of the desk. And skip through the dialogue and the paper there. And then we can interact with the little safe here. And we're going to enter the code 290, so don't touch it, 2902. So 2902, and then spin the little dial there. And that'll open up the safe. If the safe didn't unlock for you, you might have to read the papers again. But it should unlock, and you should be good. And then from there, we're going to have a little walkie-talkie or radio call here. And you can just skip through the dialogue. And then we're automatically going to get teleported to the outside or whatever. And if you want to enjoy the story and whatnot, open up the safe there and skip through that little page. And then off to the right, and then press the X or whatever. And basically, we're going to get teleported outside. And this is a pretty important part for the story. If you want to read this, I'm personally just going to skip through the dialogue. Basically, our buddy just gets killed right there. And I guess like our boss earlier in the game when we had that landslide, if you remember, our boss was trying to kill us from the very start or something, and we ended up living. And so right there he killed our buddy, and we're trying to get away here. And they're trying to shoot us, so we're going to run off to the right here. And there's going to be a little cutscene of us running. And we're getting closer and closer to the end of the game here. So this is basically, the next area is kind of the end of the game, and there's not really much to do. It's very simple. So we're going to head to the right here. So keep running to the right for a bit. Skip the dialogue there. Alright, so once we gain control of our character, now we can head to the right. And I'm just pausing and saving real quick just to make sure since we're at the end of the game here. So head to the right, keep heading to the right, and we're going to come to a little hill eventually. So keep heading to the right, and we're going to head up this hill here. So walk up the hill. And skip the dialogue here. And then the bad guys are going to start shooting at us. And basically, this part's kind of weird, but we have to take cover behind the rock on the top left with the sunbeam. And then we have to pull up our inventory and use the mirror that we got earlier and interact with the shaft of light there. And that's going to blind the bad guy for a bit. And then from there, we're going to head up the hill automatically. And right here, basically, we need to take cover behind the rocks. And we're going to alternate sides. So switch to the left side here. And the bad guy should shoot this rock right here. And each time he shoots it, it's going to break it. And those boulders are going to fall down. So once he shoots, switch to the rock on the top right. And I don't think you can die here, so you should be safe and everything. Just each time he shoots, we're going to switch to the other side. So he shot. We're going to switch to the left side with the tree. And then again, he should shoot the rock in the middle there and break it a little bit. So yep, now we're going to switch to the rock on the top right. And wait for him to shoot. And then once he shoots, we're just going to switch sides again. So switch sides again to the rock on the left there with the tree. And he should shoot the rock in the middle. And that should be the final time. And it'll break. And that'll go down there. And squash him or whatever. And you should get an achievement, pancake or something. And then from there, we can skip through the dialogue here. And we're going to head into the cave up there once this is done. So skip the dialogue, head into this cave entrance here. And once we're in here, we're going to head up and to the right, deeper into the cave. So head through here, up to the right. And keep heading up here. and then exit to the right here, and we're going to be in this little room here. And then we need to pull up our inventory and select the axe, and we're going to chop down the vine there holding up that gate. So break that vine. It's going to close the door, and then from there we can interact with the drawings on the wall right here just to the right. Interact with that, skip the dialogue, and then we're going to interact with the stones on the ground to the right there. Interact with that, and then to the right side of the room there's going to be some bedding that we can interact with right here. Interact with that, and then head outside the cave exit there, and then we're going to walk to the right. So walk over to the right, skip the dialogue here, and then walk over to the right here on the very edge, and we're going to perform a little leap of faith. Just kidding, this isn't Assassin's Creed. We're going to go back to the left, and there's going to be a little burnt area that we can interact with. So skip the dialogue here, walk back to the left, and you should also get an achievement there. Interact with the burnt area, or the fire remains, and then we're going to head back into the cave here, and we're going to head to the left side, and we're going to get a radio call here, and it's basically going to say that they're coming to rescue us, and they'll be here in 2 hours. So our character is going to take a little nap over there on the bedding on the right side. It's going to say almost 2 hours later, and we're going to wake up. Well, first we're going to have a little flashback here, and we're going to go into the front door on the right side. So head in here, and that should be the end of the little flashback, and we're going to wake up. And there's going to be a creepy naked guy watching us or something. So we're going to wake up here, and we need to follow this creepy naked guy. He's going to head out of the cave. So follow him out the cave exit there. And then go to the right. And he's going to go back inside of the cave there, so follow him. And then you can skip the dialogue here. And then we're going to automatically head back out the cave here, and there's going to be a cutscene of us getting rescued. And we're basically at the very end of the game, but there's just a little bit more. So just let this cutscene play out here, skip any of the dialogue. And then it's going to say later that evening. Well, first off, we got to watch the naked guy here watch us fly away. And it's going to say later that evening. And we're going to be back home here, and we can click on the front door. And our girlfriend's going to come outside here, and we can go ahead and skip through the dialogue here. And we're basically at the end of the game here. We're just going to have one more thing. We're basically on like a little talk show host now, talking about our story. And this is the end of the game here, so you can feel free to read this dialogue if you want to. But again, I'm just going to skip through it. So that's it. Once this is over and the credits roll and everything, you should get your final achievement. So that's it, guys. Leave a like on the video if it was helpful. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And you can feel free to add me on Xbox. My gamer tag is Cheetah, or you can follow me on Twitter. It's the same. And leave me a comment if you want to. I reply to all of my comments and whatnot. So again, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. You should get your last achievement in just a second. So I'm going to go make some tacos, and I'll see you guys later.